What's happening? We're going to take a walk down to the dock on my nature trail and talk about this PGA Tour and LIV merger that just happened today. Now, I talk slowly, so if you want to on your settings, switch it to double play speed or 4-play speed and you'll get through this a lot faster. Because I'm a Southern, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to speak. Going back 2 years ago when the LIV started, we weren't sure if this was just going to be like another XFL, NFL ordeal, another league competing with the big league, so to speak. But this is Saudi Arabia. They got Greg Norman, and he's a older golfer that used to be big in the 90s, running it as the CEO. They got the first big golfer, Phil Mickelson, paying him a lot of money. From Saudi Arabia, they have bottomless money. That's the most important thing to understand right now, is they have bottomless money, and they are Saudi Arabia. So that was the controversy in the beginning. Have they been not our allies or adversaries on a world stage politically? And is that not the best look for golfers from the PGA Tour to go play over there? So when players started joining it, Phil was first, more big names went. Brooks Koepka, DJ Johnson, Cam Smith, all major winners. When they made that move over to LIV, the PGA Tour suspended them from PGA Tour competition. And this is where we get into the civil war that's been going on for the past 2 years. Lawsuits, rifts, Twitter spats, and finally, gotta watch out for snakes up here, guys. I don't know why I'm whispering. Finally, there's 4 majors a year, and the major championships, they are not sanctioned by the PGA Tour, they are sanctioned by the USGA, and the LIV players have been allowed to play in the major championships. So that was a nice reunion to get to see all the players in the world play together. But today they have merged, and what does this mean? Well, nobody saw this coming. Like I'm not going to see a snake coming. Nobody saw this coming, and I say that to say this. You're going to see Golf Channel and a bunch of talking heads talking about this situation. And if they tell you that they saw this coming, they're lying to you, because nobody saw this coming. And so nobody knows what's coming next. And that could mean contracts, that could mean sponsorships. I don't know how this is going to work competitively, but I know for the next week, month, this is going to be the talk about golf. And the bottom line is, it all comes down to money. You know, when you're talking about bottomless money, a lot of people took the moral high ground, and this is understandable, in saying, you know, why accept that blood money? They've committed war crimes. Why, you know, betray your country and go play on a rival league? Some people even compared it to if North Korea or Putin started a golf league, would you go play for that? And that's very interesting. Where do you draw the line? How far back into your past do you go to where you say, you know, I've committed atrocities, but I've changed and I want to do better? Saudi Arabia are in the process of putting a bunch of money into sports and entertainment and trying to reach out on the global stage and to be a part of a better image in the world stage. And is that a bad thing? Who are we to say? I mean, is it net bad? Is it gross bad good? You know? But regardless, when I said bottomless money at the beginning of this video, I mean bottomless money. And there was a deal made today. The leagues are coming back together. So the PGA Tour obviously wasn't that set on their moral standards, because it was a moral high ground saying, we would never join you. You can never, we would never. But they did today. So none of that talk matters. And that's what's happening.